Hi, little families. This is Mrs. Radway, your librarian, and I'm going to show you a few things today, how to, one, log on to ClassLink, and two, how to access some apps in ClassLink for you to continue reading online at home while we're not able to come to the library here at school. So the first thing you're going to need to be able to have is your students' information. So students, if you need to get some adult help right now, go ahead and call them over. You can pause this video, and you're going to need to know your first and last name. You are going to need to know your student ID. You're also going to need to know your email because we're going to be using this first part before the @ symbol as part of our password. And then you're going to need to know your birth date, most specifically your birth year. If you need to find any of this information, it is available in Infinite Campus, and you can also email your classroom teacher or call the school office, and they'll be able to get this information for you. When you're logging into ClassLink, your username is that first part. It's called the prefix of your email. So the stuff all before the @. Your password is a combination of 4 different things. You can see I have it in 4 different colors right here. Your uppercase first initial, so in my example it is a capital A. Then your lowercase last initial, which in my example is an H, so you can see here I have a lowercase h. Then you need your 6-digit student ID, which I have in purple right here. And then you need your birth year, which I have in this brownish color right here. When you're doing your password, there should be no spaces. It is just all smushed together, okay? So once you have all of this information and you are ready to get to ClassLink, then you will go to the Sioux Falls School District website to get into ClassLink. So if you need to right now, pause the video, gather all of your information that you need for your username and your password, and then when you've got that, come back and push play. Okay, so you are going to need to get to the Sioux Falls School District website. That is sf.k12.sd.us. When you're at the Sioux Falls School District website, you will scroll all the way down to the bottom to the link that says ClassLink Login. And go ahead and click on that. I was logged in, so let me log out. This might happen if you have multiple families using the same computer as well. You just have to click on the avatar in the corner and say log out. This is the screen that you'll see. You'll know you're at the correct ClassLink if you see the Sioux Falls School District logo right over here. And this is where you'll type in your username and your password that we just talked about on the last screen. And then it will log you in. Once you're in ClassLink, your teachers might have you going to a bunch of different apps in here. I'm going to talk to you about 3 apps that we can use to read online. The first one I want you to know about is down here under Scholastic Bookflix. It looks like this. It has a Go and a blue background. Scholastic Bookflix is meant for kindergarten through 2nd graders so that you can read online. It's got both fiction and nonfiction choices, and it will read this aloud to you. So if I want to learn about something about animals, and let's say it's springtime and I really would like to learn more about bugs, I can click on this. The first one that pops up is always a video book, so it will read it aloud to you. You just simply click on it and then it will play like a video as it reads you the book. The second book option in Bookflix is a nonfiction book about the same topic. So the books are about bugs, and so our nonfiction book is about a ladybug. And when you click on that, it will bring up the ebook for you to read online. Let's make it bigger by clicking on those arrows. Notice if I want to get it smaller, I'll just click on that again. And you can read this way. If you would like it to be read aloud to you, you can click Read Along, and it will read it to you. If there are any vocabulary words that you don't know what they mean, you can click on these yellow words, and it will tell you what those vocabulary words mean, kind of like a glossary would be in a nonfiction book. Then when you're done, you can go back and you can find more books for you to read. There's also some activities if you would like to do the activities over here on the side.
Click on the word matches.
The second thing I wanted to talk to you about this morning was PebbleGo. PebbleGo is a research database, and the first time that you log into PebbleGo on your device, you might have to download what's called an extension. It just adds something into your computer so that the password gets saved automatically and you don't have to use a password. If at any time your PebbleGo is not logging you in and it's asking you for a password, your PebbleGo password is the word engaged, ENGAGED, and your password is learning, LEARNING. Again, it would be engaged, ENGAGED, and the password learning, LEARNING. And in PebbleGo, you have lots of options for different things for you to read. There's an animals database, there's a science database, biographies, social studies, and dinosaurs. Notice there are also Spanish databases if you would prefer to read it in Spanish. Let's go into science, and I want to learn about space science. I'm really interested into the planets lately, so if I want to learn about the first planet closest to the sun, I'm going to click on Mercury. This is set up like a nonfiction book as well, that each tab is a different section, and it will read it aloud to you if you click on the volume button right here. And when you want to go back, you can just use this thread up here. You can go all the way back, or you can go back just one spot. There's biographies. There's also social studies down here for you to just read about whatever you're interested in. The third and resource that I wanted to talk to you about today is Capstone Interactive. Now you notice it's got the purple book. There are two purple book ones. If you notice, one of them just says Capstone Interactive. The other one says Capstone Lowell. Do you see how it's got that word Lowell right after it? Lowell has some books that we have purchased for our library, but today I want you to go into the Capstone Interactive. That way you get access to all 3,877 books that are available in Capstone, and not just the 600 that we have at Lowell. So if you're in the one that says 3,877 books, you've got lots of things that you can explore. What I like to do is, let's say I am a first grader, and I want to see the books that are good for first grade. So I click on the interest level, and then I click over here on first grade, and then these books are what are wonderful for first grade. Again, let's do something spring related. Sometimes people go to farms in the spring. You click on the book that you are interested in, and then you are able to choose read it page by page or read it all at once. I like to do page by page, and it will read it aloud to you.
A nature walk on the farm.
And then you just click through your book. And you listen to your story. So the three things that we talked about here so far are Scholastic Bookflix, PebbleGo, and Capstone Interactive. The last thing that I wanted to tell you about is the library website. That is Follett Destiny. There are also more reading opportunities for you here in Follett Destiny. Your screen will automatically come up to this green screen like this. Because I'm a teacher, it came up a little bit differently. And I have some learning links right here available for you to do different learning. You'll see Bookflix is right here. If this link doesn't work, which sometimes it doesn't, just go through that way through ClassLink. If your teacher has invited you into Epic, you can get to the Epic website from here or the link that's in ClassLink. And then there's two other resources right here that you can use to read other books. There are also library books down below, the first three categories, interactive ebooks and ebooks and audiobooks that you can do some reading at home. Lots of opportunities for you to read at home if you have a device. This right here is my email address. If you have any questions about things that you are trying to get to work and it's just simply not working, you can feel free to email me. You can let your teacher know, but your teacher might send you to me anyways. And there's also going to be a tech support phone number coming up from the district, and I will let you know in this information box right here how to get that information. So as always, let me know how I can be of best service to you. If something is not working, lots of things can probably go wrong, and troubleshoot. I would be happy to see what we can do together here so that you can continue reading at home. If you don't want to read from a screen, that is okay also. Please just make sure that you're reading something. You can read books that you have at home. You can read these ebooks that I've talked about today, or you could read the back of cereal boxes. You'll be surprised some really interesting things you can learn from those. I really miss you all. I hope that you spend some great time this week reading, and until next time, I'll see you later.